Announcement at the President of the United States on the White House lawn in front of all the media. Everybody got behind it. The American Cancer Society is the wealthiest charity on the face of the earth. And not once has there been one cure for any cancers. There used to be one cancer. Now there's dozens and dozens and dozens. Interesting stuff to me. But if we know what we're doing, why is there always more, not less? And everybody has to fit this margin right here, right here. We'll give you a test. If you don't fit right here, there's something wrong. You're hyper, you're hypo, you're too high, you're too low, you're... And do you realize that everybody's body is different? No two people are alike. Do you know how? And this was exposed right in their own medical journals. It was even on the news. But that's what I love about news in America. Doesn't mean a damn thing. It's amazing to me. And now they're protected because it went out to the public. They ought to know better than to come to us. It was on the news. They got 1.5 million new type 2 diabetics, which is a false non-disease, published in their own journals. They call it bread and butter diseases amongst the doctors. If you come in, we'll help you to be type 2. That way, I can get a kickback for the insulin that you're on, and it pays for my office and my staff. You think I'm making this up? High cholesterol, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, literally are referred to within the medical community in the United States as bread and butter diseases. How come? Everyone qualifies. Call your doctor, see if you qualify. We all want to pass the test. So, the way they got 1.5 million new type 2 diabetics, they dropped the glycemic scale 50 points. And they got them. How many are aware of that? It's the truth. It is the truth. So here it is. Here it is. Do you even know where insulin comes from? Have you ever even looked at it? Do you see where it's synthesized, the process it goes through? It either comes out of dead pigs, dead sheep, mostly dead people. And you're putting it in your body? Why would you do that? Oh, no, no, Don, they're coming up with the synthetic one. Oh, synthetic. All right. I can't go too long on that. I got to do this. I want you to watch a video of a young girl that I hadn't seen in 22 years. She came to hear a little presentation I had done in a little town up on the Arizona border. I forgot all about her. In Las Vegas, just about 7 months ago, I was doing an event at the Hilton, and there's just a wonderful crowd of people. I get all finished. She comes running up behind me and leaps onto my back and throws her arms around me, as ugly as I am, and kissed me on the cheek and said, "I love you." And I'm like, "I love you." You know, she gets down. I'm looking at her, and I'm looking, and she goes, "Come on, come on." "Donnell?" She goes, "Yeah, that's me." She said, "I want to do a little video. Does anybody here have a camera? I want people to know what you did for me and my family. I want you to watch this."
Hello, I'm Donnell DeMarquesa. I am here tonight experiencing a wonderful reoccurrence of memory of the joyful experience that I had with Don Tolman over 22 years ago. At that time, I had just had the second surgery of melanoma cancer. I had had cancer a year and a half before and had surgery. I have a huge ugly scar on my leg. I went the medical route, not knowing much difference, and a year and a half later, I had a reoccurrence. And at that time, I had been using herbs and kind of was trying to get away from the medical scene, but really didn't know where to turn and felt like my life was pretty much on its way out. And I was blessed to go to a health conference where Don spoke. And as he began to speak, lights literally came on as I sat in that seat. I sat on the edge of my chair, and as he spoke about this body being the temple and the beautiful way that the ancients taught to take care of this temple, to love this temple, to honor it, and that we were designed to live in joy, that we were designed to live in all of our magnificence. Lights literally came inside of me, and I knew without a shadow of doubt after listening to his speak that day that I could heal myself, that I would never have a reoccurrence. After the doctors had told me, one, I would never have another child. I could not take a chance of ever getting pregnant again because after having malignant melanoma, it changes the hormones, the melanin in the skin, and so therefore you don't survive another pregnancy. That was more devastating to me at the time than being told I had cancer. I was only 35 years old, and so when I knew I could heal, then the renewal of all my femininity came back too. And within 5 years, I did 5 fasts. I was guided by Don through changing. He literally went to my house, opened the cupboards, threw out everything that was plastic, threw out everything that was bottled, canned, packaged, and took me to the health food store and helped me make new choices. And his wife at that time was so generous to have me in her home, share recipes, and they helped me through my fasting. 40 days is what I would do. And I literally, it unfolded, this new health and regeneration came back to me. I didn't realize how sick I was as I regained the ability to assimilate food again and eliminate food again, and a whole new way of living came to me, and many, many blessings. And I am just so thrilled tonight to be able to share my story, that it's been 22 years and I have not had a reoccurrence. I have a 16-and-a-half-year-old beautiful daughter. I did remarry, and we have had this beautiful young woman that has been vegan all of her life, and it's just been blessing after blessing. So I just had to share my story, and I feel really blessed and honored to have this opportunity. Thank you so much, Don Tolman.
Let's give her a hand. Awesome. Through the last 40 years, I've had such a beautiful experience of being able to work with infants, toddlers, teenagers, adults, people approaching their 80s, and watch them get off what they were told was their deathbed, and watch them come back into life and live fully. And they've done it on their own. But it only seems to work if you can get enough confidence of having enough knowledge that you're strong enough to walk down that path. You can't serve two masters. You can't go over here and over there. You'll be poisoning and hurting yourself, and your body will struggle even more to get you back to completeness. A lot of people don't realize that your cells love to run at an electrical energetic performance of full capacity. But because of some of the things that we eat and drink and swallow in the form of pills and capsules that we think are natural because it says so, I've gone to 33 different countries. I spent 17 years. I was looking for a natural pill and capsule plant, and I never found one. Maybe they're not as natural as we think they are. I think that some of them can be a stepping stone and have purpose for a short period. But we need to get back to some basic realities of what these cells respond to